If I had room, I would.
Somebody did that.
Some people have, yeah. They made like homemade.
Yeah. Somebody did a whole wall with all the side plates he has.
Looks good. The AWA inmate I got last week. It barely fits in here. I had to really push the side plates in to get in without scratching them.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about doing is we're going to eventually put new carpet in our bedroom. We're putting hardwood floors in the living room and kitchen, but we're going to replace the carpet in the bedrooms. I'm considering building cabinets, wood cabinets, to put those in.
Ooh.
I don't know. Lumber's not cheap, so we'll see.
I bought the cube things. These cube things at Target. No, I bought the wooden ones, and I got it on this side of the wall. And you could, and the belts look decent in there. You get those little puck lights and put them underneath where the belts.
I got the wire cages, and I can't put puck lights in.
It'll look good. They're cheap. They're like $80 or $40 a thing. It depends on which size you want.
Yeah. Somebody has the same thing here. Oh, I got to put the link in the Wild World Belts channel.
I think I could add one more level on top of the one that I have if I needed to.
I put the link. Let's see. I got to put the link on our.
Yeah, I watched the AEW Dynamite this morning. Shoot. And then I see the thing that Andy posted. I went online to watch that.
Okay, so is Kenny Omega a heel now, or did he just attack what's his name because he was defending?
I think he just attacked him because he's with them.
The Death Riders. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
It was confusing. I wasn't sure how they did that.
Because if he didn't do it, Will Ospreay was going to do it. So.
Yeah. Try to do multitask here. Let's see. Share. There we go. Share. Copy. Got one of those. Okay. It's been a week, guys. It's been the last few weeks, actually.
I agree.
Yeah, I was telling Andy yesterday about 7 o'clock. I had to go to bed, man. I was tired. I had no energy whatsoever. I slept the whole night until this morning.
It was 105 here yesterday. I saw it 107 on the way back from my meeting.
Ouch.
Well, they said it was 110 today with the humidity.
Luckily, we've just been highs in the 80s.
We're supposed to get rain tomorrow and over the weekend. Did you see Jersey? They got flooded.
Did they really?
Yeah, they got so much rain that damaged the streets.
Wow.
Yep.
Oops. Let me click on that yet. Look at there.
Well, we're just what we were talking about too. I'll put it in the chat.
Okay. Didn't mean to click on the comments. I was just trying to scroll down and see. Okay. Yeah, I've been working at my shop in the heat, trying to get these cabinets built, and the end's almost aside. Just got to build 4 doors, paint them, and mount them. And
what about those? What about that swamp cooler that Home Depot has?
I got one from Amazon. I got it yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I was told to be careful with it because it could warp the wood in there. Because the moisture. So I opened the overhead door about that much.
That's what I was going to say. Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah. So I haven't had a chance to really try it yet, but it does put out nice cool air. Not cold, but cool air. But
yeah, I posted that thing about over for me and Brock in the group chat.
Okay. Oh man, I wish Bill was here. Has it posted yet? Try to post a link to the show in Wild World of Belts. It's still posting.
Oh wow.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. So if you're trying to watch on the Facebook channel or Facebook page, be patient. 30 seconds, guys, till go time.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've been busting up a ceramic tile with a chisel and hammer in the kitchen.
You're taking up the kitchen floor?
Yeah, that's been tough too.
Yeah.
I guess where I get my intro ready to go. Let's get started. It is Thursday night. Time to go span the globe. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. My name is Mark Maggard. I'm your host for the show. Join us for 2 hours of discussion about the belt hobby and professional wrestling. We are sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Belt Leathering. Why is it not popping up on the screen? There it is. And by Ashley's Southern Designs. Why am I getting delays? Have you guys seen it on the screen yet?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's there. We're seeing it.
You're seeing Ashley Southern Designs?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm not seeing it. Okay.
Yeah, we saw that. We saw your logo too.
Okay, that's weird because I just updated my computer before the show, and I'm having some issues here. So anyway, we are part of the DAV Network, which also brings you the Double Dropkick podcast. Kevin had a great show last week. I've only seen half of it. I was out of town, and so I'm going to watch the second hour. But great topic about indie wrestling. He had Pondwater Dave. I'm almost calling him Swampwater again.
Hell no.
Pondwater Dave had a great discussion about indie wrestling,
which
is on fire lately. He's on every other Saturday night, as well as the broadcast, which is on every Tuesday night with Ethan Thompson, not Antonio Mendoza, and Stone Cold Steve. Ethan also co-hosts Double Dropkick. I still have the DAV Network on my screen.
Great show. Yeah, I see the broadcast now.
Okay, I don't know why it's not showing up on mine.
No, I saw it too.
I may have to step out. I forgot what I was going to say now. Okay. Let's see who's watching the show. Sorry, this computer thing's got me all mixed up. We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. Okay, that's weird. StreamYard just notifying me of that. Okay. See who's watching the show tonight. Mr. Kirk Hall. Good evening, sir. Ethan Thompson. Mr. Broadcast.
What's up, Ethan? Good show this week.
There's Nor.
We're official.
Now that popped up.
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. Watch us all the way from Malaysia. Thank you so much. Good evening, Mr. Christopher Raines.
Hey, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
We're still number one.
What's going on, Lisa?
Hello, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
Looking forward to that.
Can't wait.
CJ Smith. Good friend, leather customer. Wrestling Bonkers, watching us from across the pond.
What's up, Bonkers?
Glad to have you watching. Thank you so much. Maurice Buckner. Thank you for watching. Lane Ledford.
What's up, Lane?
Hey, Lane.
Damon Tynes. We're going to have Damon on the second hour. He's going to talk about a situation he got into with the maker. I can't do it justice, and I asked him if he would come on the show and talk about it because this needs to be discussed. People need to kind of know what's going on. Not condemning or promoting a maker, but just discussing an individual experience so that you kind of know what you might be getting into if you order from a particular maker. Jason Cortez, hello.
Jason dropped his son off yesterday to college.
Yeah. Ben is not joining us again tonight. Hopefully he'll be back next week.
What's up, Reese?
He'll be back.
Reese, what's up?
I guarantee he'll be back. All right. That's all our commenters already? Okay. Wow. Okay, so we're going to start off our show as we normally do with the belt of the week. So without further ado, let's get with it. This belt of the week is the NWA World Tag Team Championship. This is the cast version. The plates were made by Mateen Ahmed. I re-leathered this one. You see my maker stamp on there. I did stitching. I put this off for a while because I was a little afraid of doing it, but it turned out pretty good.
Wasn't that the first time you did the stitching?
No, second time.
Oh, okay.
Second time, and I lucked out. It turned out pretty nice. You can't really see very well with this video, but that stitching is white. But
wow.
The plates are really, really nice.
You can see it on the bottom. You can see it.
Yeah, it's the lighting. It's the lighting. The only thing I'm disappointed about in this belt, I wish the main plate was a little bit rounded. It had a little curve to it.
Sure.
I like the double stitching though. The double stitching looks good.
Yeah, thank you. Hand stitched. Very heavy belt because cast plates are solid. They're not hollowed out. Took liberties and stamped NWA on both ends of that belt. Because it's my belt. There's the stitching close up. The main plate's thicker than the side plates. I was surprised to see that. And there's the back.
Nice.
Thank you very much. I like it a lot. Mateen Ahmed with ELT belts. If you want one, hit him up. Jim Mills, hello.
Hey, Jim.
Bye. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, I like this belt. This is a Mid-Atlantic World Tag Team version.
It's a classic belt.
It is.
A lot of history.
Road Warriors, Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express, the Andersons, Ric Flair.
It kind of reminds me of the Backlund belt.
Not Ric Flair. Stan Hansen and Ole Anderson held those belts.
Yep.
Who else held those belts? The Briscoe brothers.
Oh, yeah,
Rick Steamboat and Jay Youngblood. A lot of history with those belts.
A whole lot of history.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me find this. Where am I? Oh, here. I'm in the wrong tab. Here we go. I'm hitting the wrong button. Here we go. Dynamite Kid for Hall of Fame. We're going to talk about that here a little bit. Bronwyn Billington, there's a little bit of news about that. And, she came on the show a few months ago and said that they're going to make a movie about the Dynamite Kid.
Yep.
So we're looking forward to that. But there's a little bit more news that came out. We'll talk about that in hour number 2.
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Yes.
There's Kevin, double drop kick. Kevin, would you like to join us and join this discussion? We'd love to have you on here.
Kev. Love to have you, buddy.
Please do.
Hey, Mark, before we go into that, can we send some birthday shout outs?
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
So we don't forget the guys.
Today, he's not commented yet, but Ricky Hernandez has had a birthday today. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Ricky.
Happy birthday,
and, Mark Laverty, Ultimate Cuddles, had a birthday yesterday.
Happy
birthday.
Cuddles,
happy birthday
to you, gentlemen. Happy birthday to you, gentlemen. It's your birthday. Chuck E. Cheese for your birthday.
What's good about Brunnington is she will come back on the show again.
Yeah, we're about due to have her back.
Absolutely. Throw up those DVKs, guys.
Yeah, because I share her stuff on Instagram and stuff like that.
She's always a joy. We've had her 3 times now?
Twice.
Okay, but she's been a joy every time to have on.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. She's just all class, grace, beautiful, smart, very elegant. So.
And her father was one of the greatest.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And
we'll get into that in hour number 2. Huh?
And she has one hell of a management team. We know that.
Yeah. So our topic this week, we're going to talk about the comparisons among the AWA, the NWA, and WWF. Not WWE, WWF. This is going to pertain mainly to the 60s, 70s, and 80s before the big takeover by Vince McMahon. And one of the things I want to talk about first is 2 of the promotions are very similar. the AWA and WWF. The AWA was ran by Vern Gagne, who was a professional wrestler, trained Ric Flair and some others. Yeah, absolutely. There's Stone Cold Steve.
Hey, Steve.
What's up, Steve?
And they didn't have booking teams. Vince McMahon and Vince McMahon Jr. did their own booking, as well as Vern Gagne. They didn't rely on anybody else. According to, I did ask Ben before the show about Vern Gagne. Vern pretty much did all the booking on his own, and not only that, he also tried to control, the wrestlers. A lot of wrestlers like to go over to Japan because there's good money in Japan, and Japanese are just crazy about their wrestling over there. That and baseball. And he tried to control them going to other territories or other promotions and going overseas. And he tried to control Hulk Hogan. And then we obviously know that Hogan bolted for the WWF because McMahon made him a better offer. Now, was it Vern that didn't want him making that movie, Rocky?
Yeah, Vern.
Okay.
He wanted him no part of Rocky 3.
Yeah, Rocky 3, yeah. And so Vince took him.
In a heartbeat.
And you notice his entrance music when he entered WWF was Eye of the Tiger.
Now, do you think if he ever did not do Rocky, he would have had the impact he had?
No, there's no doubt the Rocky movie is what propelled him nationwide, worldwide.
That was his launch
and once
pad,
Vince saw, I want that guy, he grabbed him.
Yeah.
Smartest move Vince ever did.
Oh, I got that's still not posting.
Yeah, Vern was a horrible
booker. It did post. Okay.
Never wanted to adjust the current.
There's a long line of talent that left AWA and went right over to the WWF. Whole bunch.
Yeah. Vern was old school. When I say old school, he was old school. He was of the old guard. School. They had their protected territories. Their philosophy was you don't invade somebody else's territory. You don't let anybody come into your territory unless they ask you first. That was a code of conduct. And like WWF, the AWA had their territory in a very small area. Illinois and Minnesota is where the AWA usually performed. It wasn't until they got their agreement with ESPN they did their shows at the Showboat Hotel in was it Reno or Las Vegas?
Las Vegas.
Okay. Vince Sr. didn't want Hogan and Rocky 3. Okay, I think I remember that now.
I thought it was both. Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember about that. Yeah, that was kind of a screw job there. But mainly, Vern kept his territory kind of limited in the Minnesota, Illinois, Chicago, Minneapolis, St. Paul, those areas, and then branched out later. But he also, he did allow Jumbo Shiruda to win the title over in Japan, and which I thought was kind of funny. But for the most part, he kept him right in that old territory. Of course, Vince Sr. and then Vince Jr. at first pretty much stuck with their, New York area, New York, Connecticut areas, until Vince decided he's going to branch out and take over all the territories. It's a funny thing. WWF was also at one time a NWA territory before Vince Sr. took it to WWF.
Yep.
Wow.
He was a member of the NWA. As a matter of fact, there was some kind of controversy over that because Buddy Rogers was, I can't remember if he was NWA champion, and Vince wanted to make him WWF champion, but he had to give up the NWA title to do that.
And was it Vince Sr.? Was Vince the first one to poach people from the different organizations?
Yes. He poached people, then he started poaching territories themselves.
Territories, yeah.
That's right.
He wanted it all.
Yeah. And we haven't talked about the NWA yet. Now, the NWA was run completely different. And, you can argue whether one situation is better or worse than the other situation. But the NWA was actually ran by a network of promoters around the country and around the world. You had Japanese promoters, you had Australian promoters, you had your Oregon, Pacific Northwest Territory, Houston area, Dallas Fort Worth World Class, Florida, the Continental Wrestling in the Mid-South area. There's some other North Carolina and Georgia. Just a bunch of Missouri, St. Louis. You can't forget St. Louis and Kansas City, and they would vote on their champion. They would have meetings every month, and they would actually vote on who should be the next champion, or if should things remain the same. And each promoter would lobby for their big star to be champion.
When you really think about it, it was really neat how they did all that.
Yeah, they actually had an NWA convention.
Right now.
They actually had an NWA convention every year.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in Las Vegas.
It was very.
Just thinking, what's his name? The father of the Von Erichs,
Fritz.
He got Flair to come over. He got Harley Race to come over, which was pretty cool.
Well, he also sent the boys up to Missouri, which was Harley's territory.
Yep.
And, okay, now is that where the boys were heels?
No, that was Florida.
Florida. Okay.
Florida. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
In one instance, he sent David up there, David and Kevin up to Missouri, and David had just broke out the business, and Harley Race put him over. Harley Race was the world heavyweight champion at the time, and he let David put the claw on him, and he didn't. It was a submission hold. He raised the hand 3 times. He didn't pin him, but he also drew color in that match. That's on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, you got to look that up. And David was a skinny thing back then. It was hilarious. And you can actually see Harley cut himself under David's hand. He had and he could see him up there just cut, and he tried to hide the blade.
Wow.
But I grew up on both. Yeah, well, not Crockett, but Georgia, which eventually Crockett took over the Georgia territory. But yeah, I grew up in World Class as well. But they had booking offices in each of these territories. Now, a lot of people ask, what's a booking office? A booking office is a territory where one promoter would assemble their talent, and you could not come into that territory without checking in with the booking office. You know, like somebody in Florida could not just come over to World Class unless they talked to Fritz first. That was, I don't know if it's an unwritten rule or just gentleman's agreement or what, but it was kind of like the mafia, the Cosa Nostra. You just could not invade somebody else's territory without their permission.
Yeah, you had to speak to the boss.
You couldn't run shows in somebody else's territory, and this is where Vince started to break that law or that regulation or unwritten rule or whatever. But now some territories would share talent. You know, Missouri and World Class, they would share talent. Florida and Atlanta, Georgia, those 2 territories would share talent in a collaboration like that. Now, Eddie Graham ran Florida. Was it George Scott that ran Atlanta?
I don't know.
Is it George Scott, or I know Ole Anderson ran at one time, but Georgia had many different promoters there. World Class had Fritz Von Erich. The Houston area had Paul Bosch. Harley Race and who was that NWA president? Bob Geigel ran the St. Louis, Kansas City territories. The Crockett family ran the Mid-Atlantic territory. Giant Baba ran Japan, New Japan, all Japan, not New Japan, all Japan Pro Wrestling. So they would meet every year, once a year, and have a convention. Now, I don't know what happened at these conventions, but they would, get together, bring their families along. There's pictures you can find on the internet. Chris has a comment here. I'm a little dehydrated, guys, so I'm drinking a lot of water.
Same here.
It's hot here in Oklahoma. Okay. Interesting. But it's funny that the comparison among the territories, you had 2 territories that were run by one guy in each of those territories. And the other territory, the NWA, was run by a series or network of promoters who would vote. Now, one interesting thing is, now each of the promoters that were voted in as president of the NWA. At one time, Fritz Von Erich was champion, or not champion, but the president of the NWA. Bob Geigel in Kansas City was president of the NWA. Jim Crockett was president of the NWA, and while he was president, this was 1981. Tommy Rich defeated Harley Race in Augusta, Georgia, for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. He held that title for about less than a week.
Yeah,
and then the title got switched back. That was a controversial thing because it wasn't voted on by the promoters. Wow. Harley Race was trying to, as I understand it, Harley Race is trying to help a promoter out by putting the title on Tommy Rich. The president of the NWA at that time, who was Jim Crockett, was over in Japan when this happened. This was before the internet. This is, news didn't travel as fast as it does now. It took a couple of days for the news to get to Jim Crockett. Now, why they couldn't make a phone call, I couldn't tell you. Or maybe they did. It just took him that long to get back here. They had different airline planes, things like that back then. By the time Jim Crockett flew back, he got on the first flight it could get to get back to the United States. By the time he got back to Georgia, Harley Race had taken the title back from Tommy Rich. Wow. And either it was a dispute with one promoter, or he was just trying to help put another promoter over. There was something to do with the promoter, and so he kind of flew under the radar on that and kind of went behind their backs and dropped that.
Independent wrestlers.
Okay. Interesting. Now, the problem with the territory system and the network of promoters is you had promoters that were a little bit greedy. They didn't want to pay the wrestlers. They didn't want to pay them what they were worth. And they moved to another. That was the one thing about working for the NWA. You could go to another territory if you want to make enough money. If you were in the AWA, you were stuck with your contract with Vern. If you're in WWF, you're stuck with your contract with Vince. Mm-hmm. With the NWA, you could go to another promotion, to another territory. And you had people that were what we call nomads that would move from one territory to the other. Bruiser Brody was one of those guys. Andre the Giant was one of those guys. Yep. Abdullah the Butcher.
Flair would go almost everywhere too, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Well, he was the world champion. He had to.
Yeah.
But when he wasn't world champion, he stuck around as North Carolina.
Stuck in Mid-Atlantic area.
Mid-Atlantic area, yeah. Which most of that time was prior to him winning the World Heavyweight Championship. The only other time he stuck around in North Carolina was the few months he was not champion that Harley Race took the title off of him. So I asked our viewers, which promotion do you think was probably the best, or was ran the best? I'm not talking about the individual, which system do you think worked the best? Either the territory system or a single promoter running the whole company, which we basically have that now. We have
right now, yeah.
Triple H running WWE, but he has a booking team, which can arguably be a terrible, terrible booking team.
Oh, don't let me start on that.
You got Tony Khan running AEW, no booking team. He does all the booking himself. Yeah, I don't watch AEW, but I've been told the booking's gotten a little bit better.
A little bit.
I mean, the territory booking back then compared to the booking now was better. Just a better product. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. If they would kind of influence the way they would book today with a little bit of old school, I think it wouldn't have a problem.
I mean, there was a sense of order back then. I mean,
exactly. That's what I meant.
Now it's just the boss calls who he wants to be.
You throw something at the wall, you see what sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But for an example, back in the 80s, when Ric Flair was heavyweight champion, there was a program where Kevin Von Erich was wrestling Ric Flair at State Fair Coliseum in Dallas for the World Championship. Kevin got the pin, won the belt, but got the dusty finish because he threw Flair over the top rope twice after Flair threw him over the top rope. Mm-hmm. So he was going to get a rematch with Flair a few months later. Well, Flair goes to St. Louis and loses the title to Harley Race. So the stipulations for that match was if Flair got himself disqualified, he loses the belt. If he throws him over the top rope, he gets disqualified. He loses the belt. He can't get disqualified. Well, Harley Race shows up to defend the belt and argues that those were Flair stipulations. Those weren't his. And they said it was with the world champion. Whoever's the world champion, they have to obey those stipulations.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, a title switch could happen in a territory, and this, like World Class, they have the world champion booked as Ric Flair. Harley Race shows up. So,
well, that's a good thing. It goes with the belt. You know what I mean? It goes with the world champion, like you said. So,
way to go, Lane.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah. They have fewer options today than they did back in the day. So,
and Billy Corgan supposedly has a few territories going in the current NWA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were a few territories before he took it over. There actually were a few territories, not very many.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess when he bought it up, he bought the whole thing, bought the territories and everything like that. But
somebody's been in his ear lately. He's been doing a little bit good. I've been hearing a lot of buzz.
Well, WWE.
They got a friendship between Triple H and Billy Corgan and Nick Khan. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, hopefully they don't share the booking because it's terrible. We'll just do the same matches every week. And then to mix it up, we'll throw a fatal 4-way or a triple threat match in there.
Could you imagine down the road if WWE gets the licenses for the NWA? Eventually through that friendship?
Yeah. I just don't see that WWE is a really good product right now because it's run by one guy, but it's owned by a corporation who could care less what the product looks like.
All they care about is making money. That's all.
Yes, that's it.
To me, in my opinion, the best thing for them was to stay private.
Yeah.
A private commodity. When they went public, that's when they started to lose it because, the booking, and all that other stuff.
Yeah. Well, hindsight's 2020.
Yep.
Let's see. Try to get this ad up here.
Oh, Billy has Chicago, Texas. Harley's WLW as a part of the NWA system. Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
That's what I like about our watches. If we don't know something, they know it. Especially Chris.
Yeah, we learn from you guys too. We don't know everything. Never claim to know everything, but
if you guys have anything to add, just jump in and we'll read it out there.
Platinum makes a good point here. Territory is a good way to learn the ropes, learn your way, and
I agree.
Corporate's way to boost your worth because corporations have the big bucks.
I mean, I said it when we were talking about it before we went live. Ring of Honor is doing bad. But you don't see that. You don't see it as much as you see the AEW and all that. What I would do is turn the Ring of Honor into a development type of deal for AEW. And have all your up and coming talent from the indies that you want to sign start there before they get into the main roster.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a way to do that, to get that going. Because right now they have too many belts in play.
Yeah, I agree. Another thing, one of my personal observations on this is, gentleman Chris Adams. He was a big star in World Class. He was the American Heavyweight Champion. He was a tag team champion, world heavyweight champion. He was the second world heavyweight champion. He beat Rick Rude for the title. He left the territory, went over to Georgia, and became a enhancement talent. That just, to me, that's sickening. He was great in the ring, very great, decent on the mic.
What do you think did him in?
His drinking.
I agree.
That's what killed him. He got drunk. He got violent when he got drunk. He went to prison. That's why he lost the world class heavyweight title because he was on an airplane, got drunk, and headbutted or super kicked a flight attendant. I think he headbutted.
I think I remember hearing that.
That was a federal crime. He did some time in federal prison.
Yeah.
And
he was also a good face and a good heel.
He was. I was surprised at how good a heel he was.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part was he was kind of a different kind of a heel. He wasn't like a cowardly heel where, if somebody comes running in the ring, he'd cower out like most of them would do. He kind of had trouble transitioning there. But he was a good heel. He just wasn't
he kind of reminded me of Roddy Piper in a way, because Roddy Piper, when he was a face, he was very popular. And when he was a heel, he was even more popular.
He could get over either way, yeah. I was very surprised Chris Adams could pull it off. I really, when he attacked Kevin Von Erich in a chair at the Cotton Bowl, he actually legit put him in the hospital, gave him a concussion. Wow. That chair broke. Hit him over the head with it.
They used to use the wooden chairs back then.
Yeah, that was a wooden chair. He hit him over the back of the head and gave him a concussion. But
when Chris Adams got mad, he had an uncontrollable temper. People get seriously hurt.
That's who he reminded me of. He reminded me of
actually
Piper
super
so
kicked. Well, he got drunk in Israel and super kicked a motel employee at the front desk.
Yeah, stories like that are a bunch. There's a bunch
and
of
knocked
like
their eye out or something. It damaged him pretty good, and they had to smuggle him out of the country to get him out of trouble.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. When he went crazy, watch out.
Yeah.
His anger.
But that's what got him killed. He was living with a guy, and
the guy shot him.
Yeah. Well, Chris had attacked him.
Chris went after him, and he had no choice.
Yeah. He attacked him. They ended up on the bed. He reached over on the bedside table with a pistol and shot him.
Yeah. And Dark Side of the Ring's got a real good. About him.
There's a documentary. I saw it on YouTube called A Gentleman's Choice. It's a documentary about Chris Adams. It's a good documentary, but again, it's not a good documentary. And the reason why it's not a good documentary is because there's some girl on there at a strip club with meth teeth and high as a kite interviewing.
Jesus.
It's horrible. The rest of it's pretty good, but that part of it, I'm like, why did they bring her in here?
Mm-hmm.
It just ruins the whole thing for me. But he was Gogino. They were a very good tag team, the dynamic duo.
They were a great tag team.
They were very good.
They were.
But yeah, I don't know why. That girl is high as a kite. Look up Gentleman's Choice on YouTube. You'll thank me later.
That's crazy.
It is. I think there's somebody else in there, but Boo Ray, I can't remember the guy's real name, but he goes by Boo Ray. He's the one that shot and killed Chris Adams. They interviewed him too.
That's like having a lot lizard rat come in and doing interviews.
Yeah. But that was one advantage of the territories. If you had a wrestler that wasn't working out or had a conflict, you could send him to another territory. That kind of like free agency. It wasn't a trade, but you call another promoter, hey, want to take this guy? He's not working out here.
Didn't the UWF do that too? They borrowed from other territories.
Well, they borrowed from World Class. A lot of the Freebirds went over there. Chris Adams went over there. Skandar Akbar, some of his stable went over there. Which they were in a neighboring state. They were in Oklahoma, Louisiana. But yeah, I don't think they borrowed, but they were kind of an independent organization. They were not a member of the NWA.
Well, they
South Territory was not.
Yeah, they actually were like McMahon. They stole all
until they became the UWF, and then the NWA bought them. That's the only way that they were ever together.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's the purchase. One of the worst purchases in wrestling, by the way.
Yeah, when they were Mid-South, and I think their best days were when they were Mid-South.
Mid-South, yes.
They were independent. They were not signed with the NWA. They were not a member of the NWA. Ric Flair would show up in that territory, though.
When they became UWF, it was down the hill from there. Garbage.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, Ken Mantell, who was a booker with World Class, actually defected from World Class and took a lot of the guys with him, started Wild West Wrestling at Billy Bob's. And he actually took Bill Mercer with him. Bill Mercer was a commentator for Wild West. Yeah. That, and I don't want to say anything bad about Ken Mantell. I liked him World Class, but that was a douche move. It was a Bush League move.
Was he related to Dutch?
No.
Okay.
Now, John Mantell was his younger brother, and he was the one that ran the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in Wichita Falls for a little bit. But there was some mismanagement there. There were some vendors not paid for the Hall of Fame weekend, and they got sued over that. Some artifacts disappeared from there. I don't know what happened there, but they ended up moving that Hall of Fame from Wichita Falls back to New York. And I had to see that go because I can't go to New York. Just too far. But one bad side of the territories was that promoters just didn't pay very well. Mm-hmm. If you see, there's some booking sheets online you can find somewhere, and a guy might drive 500 miles to a wrestling match and maybe make $500. But
if he's lucky,
they were talking about that. Some wrestlers made $100 or something like that, maybe even less than $100.
For the schedule they had, wrestling 6 of the 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day. It's just Crazy.
I mean, I heard the stories of Hulk Hogan and Mick Foley and them saying that they had to sleep in their van. They were eating sardines and stuff like that while they were traveling, just to travel.
Bruiser Brody kept a can of tuna, 2 or 3 cans of tuna in his backpack or his traveling bag, and didn't carry much. Oh, pork and beans. Pork and beans and tuna.
Yep.
And they would sleep in flea bag hotels and drive in cars. They didn't travel luxuriously.
No, not at all.
Now, I will say this, World Class, they flew Southwest Airlines because it was a regional airline. But they flew, in Southwest Airlines, which isn't a bad airline. It's just not, not the upper class airline. But back then, it was a fledgling airline. But
wow.
Yeah, Gary Hart, yeah, he got into it with a lot of promoters. He got fired from a lot of promotions.
Great guy. Great promoter.
Yeah. Fritz von Erck fired him twice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right?
They drank a lot. I know they drank a lot. Took drugs, things like that.
A lot of protein shakes and steroids and all that.
The steroids was a big thing in the 80s. Yep. As was cocaine. Cocaine was prominent in the 80s. But they lived like minor league baseball players. Traveled and lived like minor league baseball players. Flea bag hotels, personal cars, just didn't get the first class flights or 4-star, 5-star hotels. But they drew their money at the big events. And back in those days, even WWF, they didn't have the big PLEs or pay-per-views. They had their big events at their whatever their major arena was there. Like in Georgia, it was the Omni. In Florida, it was I can't remember where it was there.
Jason, I like that comment.
Cocaine protein shakes. Yeah.
Nothing says waking up in the morning without protein and cocaine.
Yeah, Coke and a smile. Yeah. World Class had the Reunion Arena. They had the Tarrant County Convention Center for their Fort Worth shows. Of course, they had the big Texas Stadium and Cotton Bowl shows there too.
WWE had MSG.
I think back in the day, some of them even slept in their cars at the arena.
Now, I'm trying to remember where AWA had their big events there.
Because I remember Fritz going around with the trailer, remember? They used to go around with trailers hooked to their car. Yeah.
They traveled, little, I wouldn't call them RVs, but travel trailers or mobile homes. You can hook onto your car, now, where I live, and if you live in where they harvest wheat harvesters traveled in those same kind of, they're like Airstreams.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Airstream.
Those brushed aluminum RVs, and they would travel like that. What else can we compare here with the NWA and AWA and WWF? One thing is, again, you had Vince Sr., who kind of kept to the code. He kept his little territory there, New York, Connecticut area. Vern Gagne was
Vince Sr. was super old school. He did everything, like you said, everything by his code.
Right, except for the fact he seceded from the NWA to start his own territory.
Yeah.
But he was content with where he was at, just kind of like Vern was content where he was at. But you run into the money issue. You have, Vince Jr. took over the territory, WWF, and decided he wanted to go big time. And so he wasn't content with being there in New York. He wanted to branch out.
That's what I was just going to say. He felt that he could poach. He can go out and get these bigger stars.
Yeah, Philly Spectrum. That's right. Yeah. Philadelphia Spectrum. But different promoters had different motives. If they saw a guy getting over in one territory, they wanted that guy. They would do some underhanded deals. Vince Jr. tried to get Harley Race, who was NWA champion at the time, to come over to WWF and bring the title with him right before the first Starrcade. And Harley had the good sense to not take that deal because Starrcade turned out to be a big show. Before WrestleMania, obviously. But
just imagine if Vince Jr. didn't go under his father's wing, do you think the juggernaut of WWF, WWE would be what it is today?
No.
You know what I mean?
And from what I understand, that Vince documentary, didn't he kind of screw his dad out of that company?
He did.
He did.
Got it for next to nothing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the territory system, you didn't have that. Promoters had their own territories.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I think he
the Crockett's, well, Jim Crockett inherited that territory from his father, Jim Crockett Sr.
Mm-hmm.
Fritz got the world-class territory from Ed McLemore, who had asked him to come down and become partners, and Ed McLemore had a heart attack and died, and Fritz just took over his part of that territory.
Now, which territory did Jeff Jarrett's father do?
That was Continental.
Was a promoter? Oh, he was in Continental. Okay.
Continental, yeah. Memphis territory. And I think he got that territory from his father-in-law or mother-in-law. I can't remember. I saw something about that.
Because I remember him getting it from somebody. I just forgot who it was.
Is it Netflix where it's showing Jeff Jarrett's documentary? The TNA documentary?
I think it might be.
What you mean the Beyond the Ring? I mean
Dark Side of the Ring. Dark Side of the Ring.
Oh, is it? Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
That's what that is.
Right. Yeah.
And YouTube's been running those, by the way.
Okay, Jim. The first Starrcade was in November 1983, and then WrestleMania was the following year, 1984. What month was April? May?
It was April, I believe.
It was the following year, just a few months later. Nick Goulas. Who got that from Nick Goulas? Sorry, Damon. Can't remember.
I think he's talking about Jarrett's father.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, Nick, yeah. Okay, interesting. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jarrett got Nick Goulas. That's right. I knew that name rang a bell. Okay. But I mean, it's all gone now. You have two big ones now. Well, three big ones if you count New Japan. So we went from three big promotions to three big promotions, but they're completely different entities. Now, what I'd like to know, and if Ben was here, he could probably tell us, who runs New Japan? All Japan was ran by Giant Baba. He was a big promoter over there.
I'm sure Ben could tell us.
Oh, March 85. Sorry, Chris. You're right. March 85.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was 84. That was when Hogan came to WWE. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry. No problem.
Oh,
Antonio Inoki ran.
Inoki. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thought he died.
I mean, another thing I wanted to ask is, what if the territory stayed in place? What would wrestling be like today?
Was Inoki, okay.
You know what I mean?
Maybe a little bit more organized.
Yeah.
I mean, instead of WWE grabbing and taking whenever they want.
The AWA's undoing, in my opinion, was because of Vern Gagne's stubbornness. He had all sorts of opportunities there to do what Vince did. Although I don't think he had the money Vince had.
Vern could see what was happening, but he just refused to believe. He just, I'm going to do it my way.
Yeah.
And look what happened to him.
Yeah. He could have put the belt on Hulk Hogan.
Everything. Hogan and Mean Gene. Heenan. All those big people from the early 80s WWF were straight from the AWA.
Kurt Hennig.
Yeah.
Dingo Warrior.
Scott Hall.
Yep.
Yeah, Scott Hall. That's right. Yeah. Rick Martel.
Bunch of Martel. Yes. The Rockers.
Wasn't it Ricky the Dragon Steamboat too?
No, he got hit from the NWA.
He was NWA.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
He was from the Mid-Atlantic territory.
Man, a whole bunch came from AWA to WWF.
Yeah. A lot came from the NWA too. You had Barry Windham and Mike Rotunda. Yeah.
And Bundy was Mid-South, right? Bundy was Mid-South when he first started? When he had
Bundy
hair?
was in world class when he first started.
Oh, okay, that's right.
And he had hair.
Yep.
He actually had hair, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I seen that picture of him with the hair, and I'm like, the video. I'm like, what?
Yeah, Vern trained Steamboat. He also trained Ric Flair.
He trained Ric Flair, yes.
Blackjack Mulligan.
I didn't know Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's name is Richard.
Richard Blood.
Yeah, Richard Blood. That's her name.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I didn't either. Which is funny because he tagged team with Jay Youngblood. So he had Blood and Youngblood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They were conditioned for the industry to be a certain way, and it just kind of gradually changed without their realizing it.
Yeah, but
it's like you look at yourself in the mirror. You look at yourself in the mirror every day, and you age every day, and you don't see it until you look at pictures of yourself a year or two later. You know.
But personally, myself, I don't think wrestling would be what it is today if it stayed territories, and some of these guys didn't get noticed all over the world.
Yeah.
And then building all these organizations up and seeing how they could do, traveling instead of staying in a certain area.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what Vince started.
Well, see, Vince would book. He knew he controlled who was the world champion, which for most of the 80s it was Hulk Hogan. But in the NWA, AWA was the same way. Vern pretty much dictated who was going to be world champion. But in the NWA, and I forgot where I was going with this, the promoters voted, but each promoter in each territory wanted their guy to be the world champion. They would lobby for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
But they would take a vote on what was best for the organization as a whole, not that territory.
Exactly.
But if they involved the world champion, okay, we're going to send the world champion to that territory. He comes out with a belt, but you guys work out the angle. Like in the world class, you had the Freebird slam in the cage draw on Kerry Von Erich. That was cool. That was really a big deal. But Flair ended up walking away with the title each time. His job was to go to each territory and make their top star look good. That's what the world champion was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they did for the most part till they sold to Turner. They had WWF beat until they sold to Turner, and Turner ruined it. Okay. It depends on what you grew up watching. I didn't watch WWF because we didn't get that programming here till Black Saturday, and I wasn't impressed with it once it got there.
We started off with the WWF, then the WWF, and then we did the tape trades for the NWA, the NWA, and all that from people who visit us from New York, from the southern states. Mm-hmm. And we would send our tapes to them, and that's how we learned about the other wrestling.
Yeah. One other difference here is when you have the Vern's AWA and Vince's WWF, those two territories had their local regional television coverage. That territory all got to see that coverage. Of course, in the 80s, cable was just becoming a big thing. We had the territories. You had like independent television stations in the area, like Dallas for world class. They had Dallas programming. That's where they had the sportatorium shows on Dallas television. The Fort Worth shows were on the Fort Worth TV station, because they actually had a Monday night show in Fort Worth. They would tape it and show it on Saturday night, called Saturday Night Wrestling, that turned over to Championship Sports. They had them at the Will Rogers Coliseum or the auditorium. They had a complex or different buildings. Wherever the building was available. And then Dallas was obviously a sportatorium. They would have matches on Friday nights, and they would air that here on our cable system on Sunday mornings. In Oklahoma City, Mid-South, the independent TV stations carried their coverage. World Class actually started out on CBN, Christian Broadcasting Network, believe it or not.
Sure did. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So... Yeah. I just, it's a different style of wrestling because NWA wrestling was considered Southern wrestling or wrestling or whatever it was. WWF had a different flavor to it.
NWA, we can all remember back in the times when we were thinking to myself, is this stuff real? NWA, they kept it as real. That was the most real feeling wrestling that I knew of. But
then you had NWA, you had Mid-South that did the same thing. AWA, they did the same thing.
But then you turn on WWF and it'd be like watching a cartoon. It's like, this isn't real. This is BS.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I got hooked on it, because when we did the tape trading, you know, me and Phil would say, hey, there's a difference here. There's a difference.
Big difference.
Big difference here.
Yep. Big difference.
Yeah.
You know, and as I got older, even till today, I'll watch some of the old stuff, and they really went in on each other. But they kept the kayfabe. They kept it. They kept you. They're coming back for more every week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's why when we were kids, we thought it was real.
Yeah.
Their storylines were believable, Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vince
the heels were believable. The faces were, and it just brought you in there.
I mean, Vince had the money, and he was going to tell you what you were going to become. You were the tough, the bushwhackers. What were they called before they were the bushwhackers?
The sheep herders.
The sheep herders. One of the meanest, toughest teams in the world. Blood. And he brings them into,
they made him into Doink the Clown.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just ridiculous. But the other stuff was so believable, but it was WWF that made me think, hey, this might be some BS going on here.
I mean, Gary Hart as a manager, not even just a promoter, but him as a manager, you felt that character, and you felt how he was bad. And when I was younger, I'm like, that guy, man, he is evil.
The Four Horsemen, they made you feel. I mean, they were what they were going on the road and how many women they were going to be and what bars they were. I mean, they made it totally believable.
They made you see, oh, these guys are really rich. Yeah, you know what I mean. They act like it. They dress like it. They spoke like it.
Mm-hmm.
Ric Flair bought a limousine, a used limousine, and hired this teenage kid to drive him around in it.
I remember that.
Promos from that.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those limo drivers actually died.
Didn't he do the Holiday Inn, or was it the Howard Johnson? He used to do the promos.
Both of them. I think it's Holiday Inn though. Each Holiday Inn he stayed in had a bar. I never saw Holiday Inn with a bar.
Nope.
I don't think they have them anymore. But anyway, he used to brag about that stuff. But Vern Gagne, he ran the show and limited where you could go and what you could do, but he didn't tell the wrestlers this is what your name's going to be. Vince did that. Vince said, you come in here, you're going to change.
Because Vince wanted to own everything.
I believe that, Demont.
Yep.
The Horseman Hotel stories. I remember the.
Yep. Demont, I'm gonna send you a link here in about 6-7 minutes, and then
all I know is nothing beats the Ric Flair Dusty Rhodes hemorrhoid story.
Well, like the Freebird Von Erich feud, that was one of the greatest feuds I've ever seen. In Florida, he had Barry Windham and Ron Bass with you remember the yellow dog, thing?
Yeah.
He kept calling Barry Windham a dirty yellow dog, and I guess Barry Windham lost a loser leave town match, came back as Dirty Yellow Dog.
Yellow Dog. Mm-hmm.
Dusty Rhodes with a Knight Rider.
Yeah, that was a good storyline. I like that. That was good.
A lot of great feuds in the territory.
Some of the greatest storylines. Yes.
Do you remember when WCW tried to make what's his name, Dustin, go to that white face character?
Oh, Seven.
And he broke character.
Yeah.
They had him float
he was
into the ring.
pissed. He was pissed when he did that.
Oh, yeah. He wasn't happy.
Another great feud was in Mid-Atlantic. You had Roddy Piper against Greg the Hammer Valentine.
That was a good match. That's one of my favorite matches.
Steamboat and Youngblood versus the Briscoe brothers was a great feud. The territories, in my opinion, had the best feuds.
Steamboat Macho Man was a good feud in WWF.
I think it was 86. I went and saw the Great American Bash on tour, and it was Dusty, the Road Warriors, and Magnum versus the Four Horsemen. Oh, that was such a great feud. Yeah,
it was. I'm going to send you the link, but I won't bring you until the top of the second hour.
Do you remember when they first brought out the Road Warriors in the
they look like the biker from the Village People.
Village People, yeah.
They look like the Village People.
It was a terrible look.
They look like they went to the Blue Oyster.
Yeah. But I'm going to ask the audience. I was taking. Hold on a second. Let me see if we can do this poll here. Here we go. Let's do a poll.
Yeah, back in the day, it was so much more believable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I'll be watching some of the old stuff, and my son will come out, and he'll watch some of the stuff today, and he'll say, "Dad, they really hit each other back then."
Beat
I
the
said,
hell
"Yeah,
out
they
of each
tried
other.
to make it go as close as they could without hurting each
remember
other."
Remember when the Horsemen captured Dusty and took him to the studio and broke his arm at the studio?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put this poll up here, and we'll get the audience to vote this. Which system? Not
Federation.
Not Federation. Just which system you like the best? Which two of them are similar, but a little bit different.
Two. For me, it's two. NWA.
Okay.
Plain and simple.
Same here.
So 1 for AWA, 2 for NWA, and 3 for WWF.
That was a great feud. Sure was. The best part of that feud was when Jimmy Garvin lost the match where he had to be valet day for a day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
it was great. That was something else I kind of liked about World Class. They did the vignettes, and those vignettes were pretty realistic.
Those were some of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the one promo they did with Dusty in the parking lot?
Yeah, they attacked him in the parking lot.
Yeah,
in front of Jim Crockett's office.
They broke his arm.
Yep.
Yeah, they followed him in a car. They were stalking him. They had a camera in the car. Said, "Here he goes. Turn. Oh, you go miss it.
Yeah.
That's that car."
So that's the good stuff that I loved.
You know, Roddy Piper started doing some of that when he came over to WWF. They did that with Goldust. Remember where he tracked him down in the gold Cadillac?
I remember that.
That's when it was fun back then.
Steamboat Savage WrestleMania 3.
Yes. One of my favorites.
That was
another one of my favorites.
For me, that's the best match I ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. Savage was such a perfectionist. I mean, he would work with people. He would work. You're going to do this. Yeah. I mean, he was very much a perfectionist in the ring.
Nobody's voted for the AWA.
Gee, I wonder why.
I'm surprised Ben didn't vote for it. If he's still watching.
No, even Ben knows. Gagne, just no common sense.
I mean, it's just it's night and day.
Well, until the mid '80s, my only knowledge of the AWA and WWF is what I read in the magazines.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I didn't really get to see WWF live until Black Saturday, and it was cool for a couple of weeks after that. I was like, I want my NWA back, but it's just a different style of wrestling. You had Howard Finkel, which is a different kind of a ring announcer, just very metropolitan.
I didn't get to see any of the other stuff till we got cable TV in the early.
Yeah, cable TV was a big thing.
Cable TV brought it all to you.
Let me ask you guys something. Out of all the guys that did the announcing, just the ring announcing, who was the best on the mic?
Oh, what's his name for WWF?
Howard Finkel.
Howard Finkel was the best.
Yeah.
I liked Mark Lawrence in World Class.
He was good.
He was.
I thought
if I had to pick one favorite.
And what was the other guy that did the movie The Iron Claw with the Iron Claw was in there? His character. You know what I'm talking about? I
can't remember.
I forgot his name.
I always liked the way Mark Lawrence would introduce Ric Flair. He always goes, "Nature Boy Ric Flair."
Is that the guy with the hairpiece? He looked like he was wearing a hairpiece.
No, well, he had the bangs.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I was talking about then.
Yeah, he did the ring announcing for the Dallas shows, but he did the play-by-play at the Fort Worth show.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the one that called the match between Flair and Kerry when Kerry won the world title at Texas Stadium.
Yep.
Mean Gene was a good interviewer. I liked Lord Alfred Hayes as well. I missed Lord Alfred Hayes after they phased out.
The best play-by-play guy, in my opinion, ever, Gordon Soley.
Mm-hmm. Him and what's his name? What's the dude's name? The one that had
that guy.
His face was paralyzed on one side.
Oh, Jim Ross.
Jim Ross. Yeah. Jim Ross was good.
Yeah.
I liked Gorilla and Bobby Heenan.
Yeah. Those two.
They were so good together.
Perfectly matched. Yeah.
What about Vince and Jesse?
Let me tell you something, McMahon.
Yeah, that was enjoyable because Jesse would get in Vince's face and tell him off.
Yeah. Bob Caudle was a good one.
Bob Caudle. Yeah, that's another good good
I
name.
loved Bob Caudle.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Jesse would just drop the gems on there. He's like, it's like a hooker on a Friday night. at a hotel.
So our poll, let me end it real quick. Stop poll. We got 80% NWA, 20% WWF, and nothing for no AWA fans. Shocked.
Imagine that.
I thought we'd have at least one.
Exactly.
Ben voted for NWA, by the way. Saw that.
Heenan was gold on the commentator team too.
Yeah. Pete, don't fail me now.
I love when he was on Titans when they did that talk show thing. Him and Vince used to go at it, and Lord Alfred Hayes and Mean Gene.
I still can't stand Tony Schiavone. All those years I didn't like.
I'm not a fan of him.
He's egotistical. I cannot stand him.
I don't like Mike Tenay.
No, I didn't. I never got into Mike Tenay either.
No. So with that closes out our first hour. That was a good discussion, guys. Enjoyed that.
That was good.
Mike Tenay always seemed to me like a kiss ass.
Yeah,
I agree.
So we're going to come back in hour number 2, and we're going to have a special guest to talk about a situation. You're watching Span the Globe on the DAV Network. Welcome back to Span the Globe. Mark, Richard, and Andy with you tonight. We are sponsored by Mark Leather Championship Bitware Leathering. Now they're working right. And by Ashley Southern Designs. If you don't have a custom shirt by Ashley, you're missing out. Get a custom shirt, get a custom mug.
Mark's rocking one tonight.
And you'll be supporting a very special single mother, by the way, my oldest child. We are sponsored by the DAV Network. Not sponsored. We're hosted by the DAV Network, which also hosts the Double Dropkick podcast. And you want to catch Saturday's show. They had to reschedule it because of their guest had a conflict. But their special guest this week is Mr. Luke Bradley. He is the guy that makes the belts with Legos.
Oh, this guy is good. Great work.
That should be a great show. Do not miss this episode. Saturday night.
How he does that is amazing.
Yeah, I've seen this posted.
A lot of patience.
Yeah. But you won't miss out on it. That'd be a great show. So Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on the DAV Network. And also, do not miss the broadcast on Tuesday night. Ethan Thompson and Stone Cold Steve. I'm not sure what their topic is coming up this week, but it should be a good one. They always talk about men's issues and sports and anything pertaining to men.
I like that too, Chris.
It's a show for guys. Broadcast Tuesday night.
Yeah, cool show, man. I mean, they talk about everything. Everything they talk about.
It's a good show. It really
is. Talk about sports.
Also, I have this the strap. It's a full leather strap. I did this for a child size network logo belt that was not paid for, and so it's up for sale. It's got a full backing on it. It's a send out for a child size network logo. If you have a kid with a network logo belt, shop version, this is a belt for you. I'm asking $200 shipped. So if you have need for this, please hit me up. We'll ship it directly through Wide World of Belts Airlines.
There you go.
The only way to go.
Personal delivery.
Y'all have an airline?
The only thing with our airline is you serve yourself.
Yeah.
We're a budget airline.
Yeah. Can I get some peanuts, please?
Get them yourself.
Get your own peanuts.
Get
your own peanuts.
Did you say peanuts?
And sit down.
I got your peanuts right here.
Yeah. No drinks either. Okay, so I want to bring on tonight Mr. Damon Tynes, one of our great viewers. He had a situation come up with a maker this past week or so, and I couldn't wrap my mind around the whole situation. So I asked him if he would come on to talk about this. So without further ado, Mr. Damon Tynes, welcome to Spanning the Globe.
Hey, you guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Damon, how you doing?
My beard's better than Warden.
Mine's on gray.
Here we go.
I'm good.
So, Damon, you had a situation.
Yes.
Now, how long has this? When did it start? When did you order the belt?
I ordered a belt. I mean, for the most part, the experience wasn't bad. I mean, I saw the belt. I had seen videos of the guys' work, and I saw the particular belt that I wanted, so I ordered it. And then, a couple of weeks went by, maybe a month or so, whatever. So he said it's ready. I said okay. So I paid him the money, and I sent him my address and everything, proof. But all of a sudden, well, you can't really see it. It says you can't send this person any more messages.
Ooh.
And I'm like,
full screen.
okay.
Try that again.
So like, I paid him, sent my lights blurring. Paid him, sent him my address.
Yeah, it's hard to
see
read.
it. And
I can see it now, right there.
Yeah.
So at the bottom it says you can't send this person any other messages after I gave him my address and everything.
Got
So I'm like, okay.
Now,
So
how much did you pay him up front? How much did you
I paid him half up front, and then I paid him another half after it was done.
Okay.
And so I put a post in CBB. I was like, hey, anybody heard what's going on? Because I can't get a hold of this guy. So a couple of people hit me up and said that I forgot something about his Facebook or whatever. So he's under a different name. We found it here. He's under a different name. So we're talking. But he had my address because he acknowledged at the bottom of the old account. Okay. So I'm like, okay, if somebody had the tracking, and roll it up. Hate these phones. So he sends me the tracking. Can't see it.
Yeah, it's hard to see this. I think you're getting there for the opinion.
Yeah. Anyway, point is, he sent me the tracking, and a day went by, but I looked at it, and I'm like, well, this is my old address. How did you get that? He said he got it off PayPal. I'm like, I sent it to you. To me, it's like if you didn't have access to your old messages for whatever reason, that he had a couple of different Facebook accounts. I'm like, why didn't you ask me for it? Or had the people that you reached out to me to say, hey, he's shipping it to verify it had the right address. So I'm like, okay. So I called UPS. I hate UPS. I like DHL better. And they were like, you guys, obviously all of us who live in the States understand how bad customer service is, because obviously the person who I'm trying to talk to is not from the United States.
No, they're in Pakistan or somewhere.
Right. And I'm like, I'm trying to explain to the guy. It took forever for me to explain to him what my address was, much less the whole situation. And I'm like, can I get it changed? He said, no, you have to go through the sender. And I kept messaging the guy because he kept telling me that I had to call him. I said, no, the person said you had to fix it, but he just refused to do anything about it. So I'm not going to go to my old address, old apartment, and just be like, hey, I'm waiting for a package, because I still have to pay the tariffs, but right. I'm not. Oh, what happened? Oh, I'm not going to pay tariffs, and somebody just, because you know how people are nowadays, they just take the package and go. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, so what do I do now? Because the belt is paid for. I'm sure they'll probably send it back to him, which, if he wants me to send him money to ship it again, that's fine. But he's just, after Monday, he just stopped responding to me. So
did you want to name the maker?
Oh yeah, it's Great Custom Belts, and the name he's under now is M. Assad Ali. Before it was just Assad Ali, I think. And I'm not saying that he scammed me, but I'm like, let's come up with a situation to fix this, because he has the money. I just want the belt.
Right.
So
and he's just not willing to help you out.
He just kept telling me up until Monday that I had to call them. I'm like, I talked to the people. You have to fix it. If you can't fix it, let's work something. Mm-hmm. But you have my money, my belt's sitting in another city somewhere, and I'm like, I don't want to put a PayPal dispute, because then it's like, you know how those guys go, they're gonna get together and blacklist.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
what was the last time you ordered? I'm sorry.
What's that?
That's right.
What belt did you order?
The TNT.
Okay.
The blinged out TNT or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. So when was the last time you actually had any communication with Assad Ali?
It was Monday.
This week?
Because I kept telling him, because I even called UPS today, and they said you can't do anything. It has to be the sender because it's coming from Pakistan.
Wow.
And Monday was the last time I talked to him, and he was like, well, I said, hey, look, I'm talking to the people, and they said I can't do anything about it. It's got to be on your end. He's yet to say anything after that.
Have you even mentioned anything regarding a refund?
I didn't say anything yet because I'm like trying to get him to like see like if they're going to send it back, I'll pay for you to send it to me or what. But you know what I mean? Like it's just, I mean, I've lost belts sending them to other people, you know, getting them re-leathered or whatever, sending and receiving.
But you're still giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, because I don't want to make it like, oh, he scammed me. Because I mean, he made it, he shipped it. It's just going to the wrong place.
Right.
But
and he still never explained why he used the PayPal address instead of what he gave you?
Nope. Because I mean, on his old one, he acknowledged what the address was. And I'm like, to me, it's bad business practice to send something without verifying it. You know, if I'm paying somebody on PayPal, I'm always like, hey, before I hit send, is this you? Is this the email? And they say yes, then I send it. So
Ben, you're so true with that. Even our up and comings, you know, our new guys to the hobby. Reference checks. Make sure you get them on your makers, on the people that you're buying belts from.
Yep.
So you're withholding judgment on this maker until you hear back that he's going to make it right, or
right? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Before I brought you on the show, I mentioned you to bring a belt with you. You have one there with you?
For me? Oh, I didn't get that. I can get one. Which one do you want to see?
I don't know what you got.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. I got to go in the other room. Give me 1 second.
You got the Jeff Hardy belt?
No, the Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
The classic.
Yeah. So
did you see the Jeff Hardy coffee table now?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with Ben.
Uh-huh.
DTA, man. DTA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, we're not going to condemn the maker because this situation is nice.
Ooh, you picked a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm back.
Is that the shop demand? Is that the shop version?
No, this was supposed to be my premium from Classic Shields.
Oh, okay.
Now, did you buy it directly from Classic Shields?
Yes.
How long did it take?
Yeah, how long of the wait was it?
Well, I did a video on it. So this is the one. I ordered this in 2020 and it got in the end of 2022. So about 2.5 years.
Oh.
That's about.
I was going to ask you before or after your kid graduated from high school.
Actually, after I graduated from college with my master's. And that's not even joking. That's seriously.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you heard about my situation. Mine took about 25, 26 months.
Yeah, I heard.
And that's just for plates.
Wow. And I mean, I get it, the pandemic's around, but it's like with this one, I told you the story that I originally ordered the one that was before the premium was the ultimate. Mm-hmm. But then in the time to get this, they upgraded to the premium.
And this was the one with the box, right?
Yeah.
The box. Yeah, yep. I remember now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I mean, now they're even advertising the ultimate winged eagle that they want $3,000 for. With the right
artwork.
Yeah, I'm like, so you want an extra $1,500 for it? But that's Classic Shields for you.
That's kind of what they did with me. They said, we're sending you the upgraded version of the Dome Globe, which is supposed to make me feel better for the 25 months that I would wait for it.
Yeah.
So
that's Classic Shields.
Yeah. So which promotion did you grow up watching?
Oh, GCP. The day I started watching wrestling was the day this debuted on TBS. Because I think it debuted in Florida first at Orlando Battle of the Belts 2. Yep. But it was like a week or two later, Flair showed up with this in the felt bag and he pulled it out. I mean, people were talking about it, but there was no internet back then. There was nobody had seen it. So he pulled it out. Everybody was like, ooh, what's that? That was the day I watched my first like full show. I had been watching obviously probably since like 78 when I was 4. But when this debuted in 86 is when I started watching it.
I remember hearing about it, and it took 2 weeks for me to finally see him on TV with the belt. And it was after he'd already unveiled it. And I didn't see that video until it showed on YouTube. And that's the first time I remember a belt ever being shown on TV in a velvet bag. You never saw a belt in a bag before.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you think of today's wrestling, WWE?
That sucks. I mean, let's be honest. It hasn't been wrestling since the Monday Night Wars. It's been wrestling. It's been a wrestling TV show. When I watched it in the 80s and even the early 90s, it was wrestling on TV to get you to go to see the live shows.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
NWA, Crockett Promotions.
So, I mean, I was at Norfolk Scope and the Hampton Coliseum every month when they showed up. And every once in a while, my cousins would go to Richmond because my mom's family's from there. So I would see it in the Richmond Coliseum.
Those were the days.
Yeah. I mean, I was reading. Go ahead. I was reading Jim Cornette's book, and he was talking about the Tully and Arn feud, and their first match was at the Norfolk Scope with the Midnight against Tully and Arn back in '88. It was a TV taping, but they advertised that match, so they sold out. There were people literally outside of Norfolk Scope trying to get in to see that match, but I was there.
Wow.
So
you talk about they build up for the big matches. That's Georgia Championship Wrestling. It seemed like every week or every other week they were in the Omni having their big shows, and they would talk about that, do the promos on TV, and I will get you Saturday night in the Omni. And then
that's what it was all about. It was so great.
Exactly.
Well, the syndicated shows, it was made for each market. So if you were watching in North Carolina, they would talk about Greensboro and Charlotte. Or Georgia, or where I'm from, Virginia, they talk about the Scope and the Hampton Coliseum. And that made you want to go out because you were hearing the people talk about your town versus, I'm just going to have this match wherever you can't see it.
Yeah.
So it was much better.
That's like
every so often, Gordon Sully would show a clip from the Omni.
Yeah.
You didn't see it very often. And it was different because back then, unless you went to the live shows, you didn't see the big baby face against the big heel.
Yeah.
Very rarely did you see that. It was always against the enhancement talent.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you get to see Tommy Rich versus a superstar, you're like, wow, this guy cool.
What really got me into wrestling was we had a small arena that was nearby. It was called the Ridgewood Grove Arena. It was in Queens. And I got to see Bob Backlund and the Samoans. And just watching that, I fell in love with wrestling. I mean, even though the Samoans chased me and my brother through the audience. But, it was a good experience, and that made me want to go to more shows as I got older.
So Alpha and Sika or somebody else?
No, it was Alpha and Sika. Trust me. I'll remember that to the day I die.
Yeah.
The Wild Samoans was a very good way to describe those guys. They look wild.
Yeah.
Talk about character, staying in character.
Yeah. So
I
Devon,
believe they were headhunters.
Yeah. So Devon, how many belts do you have in your collection?
I have a lot. I'm trying to get rid of some because I'm going to get different makers to make them. So I mean, I have a lot available. I'm gonna put on but every morning when they post this for sale, I'm either asleep or I'm going to work. But I mean, I have stuff from AWA. I got the AWA title. I got
nice.
I have
inmate or Hennig version.
Hennig version.
Okay.
I have the classic Bulldog tags. I got the 1990 tags. I have the one you showed earlier, the Cash from Routine. I have those. I got
NWA tags, yeah.
Yeah, I got the blue NWA tags. I have the US tags. I have the NWA, basically everything from NWA except for the 6-man from like 87, 88. I also have Classic Shields Wing Eagle I'm selling. Classic Shields Intercontinental I'm selling. I got the Southern a couple of weeks ago from the USWA. I mean, I have a lot.
Nice.
So,
who was your favorite wrestler growing up? Was it face or baby face or heel?
The first wrestler, I mean, obviously as a kid, I liked the baby faces, but the Midnight Express was my favorite. The Midnight Express, the Bulldogs, and Rick Rude. They were my favorites. And then as I got older, I liked the Horsemen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think everybody liked the Horsemen at some point. It was just something about those 4 fingers.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when they were talking in interviews, like, oh, I'm wearing this suit and I'm wearing this watch. And I mean, there were people who went out and got their first paycheck and bought watches because, Flair and Tully were wearing them. And that was real, especially back, in Virginia. People wanted to be the Horsemen.
Your mother's asking you, why are you wearing a suit? You're not going to church?
Well, I remember when they had the studio tapings. They had the studio tapings. Anytime a Horseman was wrestling, you see 4 guys in suits in the audience flashing the 4 fingers
with the
sunglasses.
Yeah.
The greatest faction of all time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really the first real faction. I mean, you had guys managed by the same people, but like they were the first functioning faction that everybody had a job, and they had the first hand signal. Today it's all people don't realize we didn't have that 30 years ago.
Well, the good thing about the Horsemen was they were heels and they were good faces as well.
Yeah.
Actually, they did have factions back then, but they called them stables.
Yeah, that's right. Stables.
This had a different name for it. Gary Hart had the Kabuki. He had several people.
Yeah,
Abdullah the Butcher.
But they called them stables.
Basically, any monster Hart managed, that was his thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I still think he's the greatest manager of all time.
I mean, by the time I saw him, it was late. It was like because World Class came on the ESPN like as it was dying.
Yeah.
But then they would show the old stuff, and I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. But by the time I saw Gary Hart, he was in NWA. I was like, he kind of sucks as a manager. But seeing him in World Class with even when he was managing Chris Adams for that brief period, it's like okay, he's
Paul Jones Army. Yep.
Yeah, number one, Paul Jones.
Oh God, no. He feuded with Jimmy Valiant for like 8 years or something crazy.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did. That's funny.
And that horrible Big Mama interview. Ugh.
I always thought Jimmy Valiant was Diamond Dallas Page's father.
He could have been
because he looked like him, but for like back then.
Well, he's Johnny V's brother because they were the Valiant brothers in the WWF.
He's been wrestling until his 80s. I think he just officially retired
recently. Wrestled recently.
Yeah, he's like 80, 84.
But to hear him do shoot interviews in his real voice, you're like, is that really him? Mm-hmm. It doesn't sound like him.
Well, I've never heard him.
The funniest gimmick he ever did was when he lost that Loser Leaves Town match. I think it was to Paul Jones. He came back as Charlie Brown from out of town.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He wore the mask, but that beard was it's obviously him. But
it was obvious, yeah.
Yeah. Everybody with the promotion knew, I don't know. We need a DNA test or something.
Yeah.
Kind of like the machines in WWF.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, when they had the Hulk machine and a giant machine.
Yeah.
Didn't they have a black machine? Like, wasn't Junkyard Dog one of them for one point? I can't remember.
I think they did that one. I think they did that for Saturday night's main event or something.
Well, Mass Superstar was Super Machine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was pretty obvious who they all were.
I always liked Mass Superstar for some reason.
When Hogan came out with the yellow mask, it was obvious.
Just a little bit.
The James Boys, yeah.
Yeah.
But I always liked the Masked Superstar for some reason. He was one of my favorite heels. And it was mostly because of his promos. He did really good promos.
His voice.
Yes.
When he got into that character, his voice was on.
He turned babyface in Mid-Atlantic for a brief period. He got into it with Gene Anderson's army. And Gene Anderson kicked him hit him in the gut with a cane while he was doing an interview, and so he turned babyface and said, "I got some fan mail here. I'm not used to getting that."
even when they did the Hall of Fame and he made that speech, his voice was still the same from when it was when he did his promos.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He was great as Masked Superstar. I didn't see him as a Mongol. He was a Mongol before that. Okay. And then he was obviously part of Demolition, which I wasn't a fan of that.
He was a teacher before he was a wrestler.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Even George the Animal Steel, right? Was a teacher.
Yes. He was a teacher too. Yep.
Well, who's that NWA champion recently that Nick Aldis took the title off of? He was
Tim Woods.
Not
Tim Woods. It was Tim Storm.
Tim Storm.
He's a teacher.
Yep. Wasn't Brody also a teacher?
No, he was a sports writer.
Oh, all right.
That's right.
He was a sports writer for a newspaper.
Mm-hmm. That one tall chick they had, there was she was like a TV announcer in Australia or something, Mad Maxine.
Oh yeah.
She was in the cartoon for like a brief period where they had, but I think Moolah got her kicked off the cartoon or something. But that mohawk that she had.
Now you mentioned Mad Maxine. A guy I worked with here where I work, knew a guy, and I know his wife taught me in school. It supposedly was Mad Maxine's uncle.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's right. Baron von Raschke was a teacher. I forgot.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Right. Forgot about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of educators.
Yep.
In wrestling.
But wasn't George the Animal Steele? He was a substitute, wasn't he?
He was a coach.
Was he a coach?
Yeah, he was a coach, football coach.
I thought he was a regular teacher.
Well, I think he was, but he also coached football.
When I heard him talk for the first time, it was like I looked at the TV and I was like, "What?" And that was the first time I seen him out of character. Yeah,
and his school did not know for the longest time he was wrestling. So that's interesting. But yeah, he's a very, very eloquent speaker.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But, anyway, appreciate you coming on and telling your story. If you'll stick around for the next 35 minutes, we're going to talk about some other stuff.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. This came up. I saw this earlier today. WWE has filed to trademark the AWA, which actually ties into our first topic.
I thought they owned it.
What's up, Cuddles?
They do. They own the library and everything.
Yeah.
The tape library.
So,
I mean,
the question is,
we're going to see the AWA belts, guys.
That's the big question. We don't know. We'll see.
It's money for TKO.
Yeah.
It's all about money for TKO.
Yep.
We'll see. Now, I don't think anybody watching this show is going to buy one because nobody voted for the AWA.
I mean, to be honest with you, who's not like us out of our guys that we're used to the old school wrestling? Who's not going to want a 5mm version of the belt that they had and the logo the way they had it?
They never sold them.
I don't think so. They were only duplicated from overseas.
I know Fig Zink sold it, but I thought the WWF sold them, but I guess they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I was to buy another belt, I would probably buy the AWA tag, not the Road Warriors version, but the one before that. I call it the inmate version because it's the same kind of plates, but that's what I want. Ben has a great version of that belt.
Beautiful belt.
That's the one I would want.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
But like you said, who's really going to buy those belts? Old school guys like us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think there's fewer old school guys in the hobby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Fig Zink ever made any of the AWA belts.
No.
I thought I saw one for sale. Okay.
Happy belated birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark.
But this will be interesting to see. Mm-hmm. I don't know what their plans are with it, but I mean, the first thing you go to is belts.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see the AWA stuff on Netflix?
That'd be
interesting. It was on WWE.com.
I mean, they like I said, they've owned the tape library for years.
Yeah,
they've owned it for years.
They made a DVD like in 2008 or something, maybe 2006.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, possibly.
True.
But will there be other merchandise like T-shirts? I'd like to see the retro T-shirts released.
I would love to see retro T-shirts from WWE from way back in WWF days.
Well, not too terribly long ago, WWE Shop offered a world-class WCCW T-shirt, and I got one, but they don't have it anymore. Must not have been a big seller.
Isn't it on that WrestlingTees.com or something?
I haven't looked. It could be.
Okay.
Oh, Pro Wrestling Tees, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's on there. They have their own store on there too.
But I'd like to see like a Nick Bockwinkel T-shirt, Greg Gagne T-shirt, Adnan LKC,
Zabisco,
Big Scott Hall.
True.
That's true. But yeah, this will be interesting to see what happens. Now, they just filed the trademark. It hasn't actually been awarded yet, so this could take some time. But this is interesting.
Well, they owned everything. They bought the AWA, so they shouldn't have any problem. They own 99% of it if they have to file for the trademark for this.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is a good question. Did the AWA have action figures?
Yeah, they did. The Road Warriors. What was it? What was the brand name?
Remco.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had the flare.
I remember that ring. Remember the material for that ring?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
because the one company was going to bring them back, and I don't know if they did. I don't think they ever came back and followed through.
No, Powertown was going to bring them back, and then they were having problems with the figures, and they stopped it. You didn't hear about it.
That company's had all kinds of problems with their figures.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Jim Cornette. He talks about them.
Mm-hmm.
So
he talks about Powertown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, haven't heard that one. Platinum had Martel and Road Warrior Animal.
Yep,
I remember having them figures. They were like this big.
Yeah, they were yay big. Yeah.
Then you got the 3-pack with the Road Warriors. So you bought the 2-pack, and they came with the belts.
Yeah, Flair came with a little robe.
Yeah.
Then you remember the guys that looked like the little Chippendale guys? They came with the fur robes and stuff.
Yeah, what were those called, Richard?
I forgot what they were called.
I
called them the Chippendale guys. That's what I called them when I was younger.
Was it Chum or I can't remember the name of them. Somebody
the Fabulous Ones or somebody else?
I think it was the Fabulous Ones.
Okay.
That would be the only ones. Oh, Fantastics, maybe?
Maybe the Fantastics.
Okay.
Because they dressed like Chippendales, but so did the...
Yeah, they both had the blonde hair, and they had the ties around their neck.
That's probably the Fabulous Ones, but the Fantastics dress the same way.
Steve Kern and Stan Lane. I bet. Yeah. Fabulous Ones.
Yeah.
I
and of course, Stan Lane became a part of the Midnight Express. The Midnight Express.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
remember one of the all-time greatest tag teams.
The Ric Flair version of that one was pretty cool.
Anybody gonna go see Spider-Man? I'm gonna go see it Saturday night.
I did notice just recently, they dropped a glimpse. I'm hoping it is true of the next line of the LJNs, and they're gonna make Jimmy Snuka with the fingers, and it looks more like Jimmy Snuka than the original does.
Is that the line it's gonna have where it's gonna have the Iron Sheik with the green belt?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that looks really neat. I saw that.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather get those. They look so much more like them. It's not even funny.
I'm glad they're making them a lot. The Rock one looks really nice.
I mean, if you look up, you find it in one of the groups. I forgot which group shared it. The detail on that Jimmy Snuka figure is phenomenal.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Wow.
I mean, they're hollow, but if you don't take them out of the thing, and you're just displaying them, it'll be all right.
Okay, and as promised, I mentioned this at the beginning of the show. Bronwyn Billington, who we've had on the show before, she announced that she's been lobbying to get her dad, the Dynamite Kid, inducted into WWE Hall of Fame. And the last time she was on our show, she announced that they're going to make a movie about her father, which I'm looking forward to seeing or hearing some progress about that.
Yes, there was, Chris.
Here lately, it came out that she has launched a petition with, let me take this banner down so we can see this better. And she has the support of Bret Hart in this endeavor. So, he shouldn't have to have a petition to get him in there. He's earned it through his blood, sweat, and tears.
He should be in there already.
Absolutely.
I mean, when the Bulldog went in there, they should have went in there as the British Bulldogs, then the Bulldog, and then Dynamite Kid.
Right. Absolutely. So here's our plea, Dynamite Kid for Hall of Fame.
I mean, Dynamite Kid was a pit bull in the ring. He reminded me of, I might get heat for this, but he kind of reminded me of Chris Benoit when he was young.
That's who he modeled his career after, because if you remember, he gave Chris Benoit his boots.
Yeah.
So,
I always liked him.
Our guest 2 weeks ago, he cried, about, it's still really me, damn it. But he was talking when he's crying. That was because he was talking about the punishment these guys put their bodies through.
Yep.
This guy, the Dynamite Kid, is a perfect example of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
this was not Orange Cassidy level style. This is actual devotion to the wrestling craft.
I mean, look at Kamala.
Yeah.
Double amputee. Put his body through everything for a big man and his size.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. So hopefully by this time next year, we'll hear something about him. Actually, before April of next year, we'll hear that he's been being inducted.
Who else goes around on one of those little carts? Is it Magnum PA?
Yeah.
Goes around on one of those carts?
Magnum TA. Yeah.
TA goes around
he's got
on one of those carts.
He's got like a little scooter.
I know Brutus goes around on one of those carts now.
Who?
Brutus Beefcake. Every time I see him in Boca, he drives around in the cart.
Well, I mean, it's like you said, all the years they put their body through that hell. I mean, No wonder.
I mean, the last time he was down here, he fell and got stitches in his head.
Damn.
Well, Magnum TA's injury happened in a car wreck.
That's right.
Completely unrelated to wrestling, but he did put his body through a lot.
All the wrestlers
and
do.
After he came back from that, he actually got into an angle where who was it that came in with
Tully
Blanchard? Came after the baseball bat and knocked him on the ground with it.
Him, Magnum TA, and Nikita just did an interview in one of the cons together. I was watching on one of the groups.
Now Nikita's real voice is nothing like his accent.
No. Man. Like I said this years ago, when I heard him talk for the first time was on a English channel, and it was redneck accent, and I was like,
Nothing freaked me out more than hear him talking his American normal voice. Like,
I was like, oh my God,
what? Nikita? No, no,
Well, the first time I saw him do that, he was on YouTube and he did the Shatota thing. I thought, oh, he really talks like that. And he says, "Hi, I'm Scott Hall or Scott, whatever his name is,
Scott Simpson."
Scott Simpson.
I remember when I met him. That was the first thing I told him. I said, when I was a kid, man, I thought you were Russian, man. And to hear you talk now, and the first time I heard you talk with your regular voice, and he's like, "Oh yeah," I said, "You on there with Sting, and you guys were talking, on one of the religious channels," and you guys both threw me for. I was just blindsided. I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah, it's amazing what he's doing with the spreading the gospel, things like that. He does a great job with that.
He takes the young guys under his wing too. He had Luger now is added to the bunch.
Sting.
Yeah, Sting was added to the bunch.
Sting doesn't surprise me so much. Luger surprised me.
Yeah.
Tully Blanchard's another one that's
who was the other guy? Mark Barrow. Mark Merrill is another guy too.
Yeah.
Ted DiBiase.
Yeah. That's right. Yep.
A lot of Christianity in professional wrestling.
Even today, I was watching the other night. I think it was Monday night, and they were talking about the wrestlers getting baptized. That they're starting to look at the faith again. It's starting to come back into wrestling. I mean, you had Nia Jax got baptized. You had who was it? Who was the one that got hurt with her knee hurt, and then they fired her? What's her name? She had that real pit bull face. Everybody thought.
Oh, Zoe Stark.
Yeah, Zoe Stark. She got baptized again. A lot of the wrestlers are doing that now. Even Shawn Michaels. Look at Shawn Michaels back in the day. Yeah. He was baptized.
He's the exact opposite now of what he was back then.
Well, he was a mess back then. His life was in shambles.
I mean, his kids couldn't believe how he was back then compared to the way he is now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah. Richard, you sent me this, I guess after the show started. I guess SummerSlam's going to debut the ESPN belt. Is this?
Yeah, oh my God. I guess they're going to drop this belt now for more.
For what?
I don't know if it's going to be for sale. I hope it's not for.
I hope they don't put it on a wrestler.
Yeah, don't put it on
horrible.
That
is horrible.
Belt designs with WWE has not been so great lately.
I got to be honest with you guys. WWE made that New York Knicks belt. I seen that belt, and I took my vision of the belt, what I would do with it, and it looks 100 times better what WWE did with it.
This is junk. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's cookie cutter. Just changing the teams and changing, the pictures.
It's just plain ugly. It's just plain ugly. Look at it.
Yeah. It's uninspiring.
I always wanted the ESPN belt.
That makes their speed belt look great. This is
right. The speed belt looks like a roulette wheel.
Wow.
Coca-Cola belt. You said Coca-Cola. The city of Norman, Oklahoma, where the University of Oklahoma's at, they signed a deal with Dr. Pepper to paint one of their water towers to look like a Dr. Pepper can for that Fansville promotion.
Oh, wow.
So if you watch college football, maybe not this year, but maybe next year, I don't know when they'll get it done. But
weren't they supposed to be changing the name to American Dew? Or was that just a publicity thing?
I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Isn't there a Bojangles belt?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd like to get him on the show one of these days.
I forgot the guy's name. Was it Jay-Z? Jay-Z?
Yeah, Justin Zimmerman. Yep.
Yeah.
Does he also go by JC Flair?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah. ESPN belt, horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, it's not horrible, but it's just a very uninspired design. It's just.
But how much do you think they're going to sell that belt for?
Probably $500.
Yeah.
I can see that belt going for $100 within a couple of months.
It'll be resold.
Yeah.
It would look good as a ring, but not a belt.
No.
Yeah.
Now, if they want to do something to capture the business with this stuff, do more desktop belts and something like this.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Not just the mini belt, but the desktop belt.
Right. You won't see this in many shelves.
No, I mean, I'm not going to have it in my collection. That's for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I think you said this is possibility they're doing this, or that is it been confirmed?
I haven't confirmed it yet, but it's going around online. Jason sent me it as well.
Okay.
I also seen that they released another signature series for Brock Lesnar. I think the one before this one was a much better belt.
I think the signature series belts are getting out of hand.
Yeah.
I could see one signature series, but why is this multiple? I mean, John Cena had 50 of them?
Yeah, one for each city.
And I know somebody that has all 50 of them.
That's insane. That's just insane. That's more than most people's collections.
Yeah, that's what I would say. I would say the signature series, after they drop one, the rest should be like desktops or mini belts.
Yeah. And we meant to talk about this last week. I think, did you tell me we talked about the Sirius radio channel for WWE? We talked about that?
Andy was one that brought it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, WWE is going to launch or has launched their WWE.
They started this Monday.
Sirius radio channel. So if you have a Sirius subscription, you can listen. What do they talk about on there?
I've been listening to the show for years. It used to be called Busted Open. They would talk about everything.
Oh, Busted Open. Okay.
Everybody. And then suddenly on Friday, they had a big announcement that they were going to become the WWE Radio.
I know Bubba and his co-host was excited about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And because of it, Jonathan Coachman was let go because he's got, said a lot about WWE in bad ways, which I really don't care for him anyway.
Thank God I don't care.
And then Thunder Rosa was a host who really wasn't on that much, but she still was a co-host, and they had to let her go because you can't have her there being it's a WWE station. So,
now, did they let her go or she left because of it?
She I think they pretty much told her that she couldn't come back because obviously because she's an AEW star. And to be honest with you, I listen to the show every day for years. Her show was nothing to listen to.
Yeah.
So
is she still contracted with them?
Please.
I got to tell you one thing though. I love her cooking show.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
I agree.
She cooks?
I think so.
It might be a better show if she actually do some cooking.
The show is called Cooking in My Underwear.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I've seen she's posted on Instagram. I've seen that. Yeah.
She has some nice cooking outfits.
I'm like, where's the cooking at?
Wow.
Can't get past the underwear. Oh wow. But you were talking about Busted Open. Wasn't that started by Jim Ross? Did he start?
No. Dave LaGreca. 17 years ago, it was just a show that used to be on just 1 hour a week, and then it's years after years it became 5 days a week, and then a year ago they became the Pro Wrestling 24/7 channel. And then just this past Friday they announced, and then Monday they became the WWE Radio.
Well, Bronwyn was on that show, Busted Open.
Mm-hmm.
She went there when she went to Philly. She went to their show.
They do a good job. It's just sometimes they get they'll do a thing like where they have a wrestler on, and the wrestler will talk about how they're going to do in the match. They'll stay in kayfabe there, and then 30 minutes later, they're talking like we talk about wrestling the way it is. So it just, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have a Sirius Radio subscription, that's where you can find that one. The Sirius Radio.
Then
called WWE.
Then AEW dropped that channel that they're working on too. Did I put that in the chat?
I don't think you did. If you did, I forgot. Did you guys see Nick Aldis's interview with Chris Van Vliet?
Yeah,
he was crying.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was real tears too.
This means a lot to him. I guess he had Mickey James on before and made her cry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a Jerry Maguire throwback, where he made Cuba Gooding Jr. cry at the end. He said, "You're gonna make me cry," but he did. He cried because he appreciates.
He just wants that one last time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he says he worked very hard for it, and they told him, said this could happen anytime. Be ready for it. Could happen within a couple of weeks, and come up on SummerSlam.
I'm happy for him.
I mean, I can't blame the guy. What if he can't go do it no more?
He's only 39 years old. I mean, that's not young, but it's not that old either. I mean, he's still.
Yeah, he just wants that one last chance.
Yeah.
Now I wonder if Mickey's gonna get involved.
I think she's gonna go with Arby's.
Oh my God!
I don't,
Richard.
I don't know. Is she still signed with another company?
She was with TNA.
Yeah, she's still with TNA.
Okay. Well,
but she was an agent, right? She wasn't a wrestler still.
No, she's an agent.
Okay.
Now, does TNA work with AEW or they work in WWE?
WWE.
Okay, so there's a possibility she could come over. And do that.
Anything's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was that one chick? I'm trying to think of. I don't want to say Oriental because everybody will get upset if I say that.
Gail Kim.
You said it.
Gail Kim. Yes.
Okay.
Gail Kim. She is done with TNA. Supposedly she was going to come to WWF again. Is what I heard, and I didn't hear about it.
I would think if she does, it'd be more like at the Performance Center teaching.
Yeah.
That would be perfect for her.
I know AJ Styles is at the Performance Center now.
Yeah.
And he's been managing his son. His son is wrestling now.
His son and Doc Gallows' son are tagging up.
They're a tag team.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Well.
Yeah.
And I heard his son is going to be signed. He's going to be doing his first show away from the hometown.
Did you guys see Rhino is now in AEW?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he came out with the Insane Clown Posse. He came out with them.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm.
I can't. I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I can't wait to see what's going to go on with that. I think
Kevin.
What was that?
Okay, just a good old
Kevin.
All right, Kevin.
Yeehaw!
Yeah.
Well, then I also saw a clip where the Motor City Machine Guns, they came out at some point.
I seen that too. Yeah.
So they're in AEW. So
what about
we all knew that was going to happen, though.
Oh
I
yeah.
want to bring this up because we got 13 minutes left, and we talked about this for the show. Let's talk about WWE and Real.
Oh,
yeah,
I haven't seen any of the new season. I haven't seen.
I am very strong about this stuff right here. Don't get me wrong. I like to see behind the curtain.
Are they going too far now, Richard?
But
this season?
My thing I have my biggest beef with this is they are showing a lot. But my biggest beef is in the boardroom.
Yeah.
You see, there's only 3 people who were ever involved in professional wrestling altogether, booking matches, and then you got some Hollywood guys in the background too that have nothing to do with the business. Probably didn't ever watch this as a kid growing up, never was in a match or anything, and then it's just going too far. Now you understand why the booking is so horrible. After a while, I wasn't blaming Triple H. I was blaming TKO, but now I see that all these other guys are involved.
Well, you can blame Triple H because he has
take
final
something
say.
And throw it at a wall to see what sticks. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the riders, but ultimately Triple H is in control of the company. He can do what he can either veto or go along with it. Apparently, he's going along with a lot of this stuff.
And the thing that kills me is they have all these legends at their disposal.
Mm-hmm.
It's so better. They need to have a huge shows this weekend because it's gotten so bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I've said this before. I don't know if I said it on the last show, but WWE Raw and SmackDown has become background noise for me now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate the peek behind the scenes, but it's just too much because, for some people, it's still, they don't see the entertainment value in it. They actually see it as real stuff. It's still real to them. And so it ruins that illusion for everybody. I mean, why am I watching these people on TV killing each other? And then here I see on this other show, they come back behind the curtain and go, hey, it was a great match. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Well, don't forget, before that, it was social media that killed it, too.
Yeah. What does it help when you have superstars tweeting to each other? Hey, I love your new house. Can't wait to see it.
I don't even know if I want to watch this season the way Richard's talking. I don't know if I want to watch it.
I mean, that's the biggest thing that got me irked about it was just the just going back into the room and then deciding what matches to do. Now I can see the frustration from Road Dogg.
Yeah.
I mean, there was 4 guys that were involved in wrestling. Now that he's gone, there's only 3.
Right.
In the boardroom.
I started watching the new season where they were talking about CM Punk, and they had a real big thing about him and his dog Larry that since passed away. I don't know. I haven't gotten into it far enough to see whether they're going to feature the death of Larry.
They just did something to him at the Comic-Con that he was in.
What I thought was funny about it was I didn't realize where they got the name Larry. It's from the Wolfman character.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Wolfman
Because of his
character.
teeth.
Yeah.
They just threw him for a surprise on Comic-Con. They had him on the one of the stages, and they were interviewing, and they were showing the new figures, and they did CM Punk as a vampire, and Larry's actually the Bat. And they announced that and then on the show there, and that's how we found out.
Well, they showed him backstage pushing that dog around the baby stroller, and then he talked about how he got the name Larry. He was going to name him Lon Chaney, but his wife said, AJ, she said, no, that's a goofy name. So he said he named him after Larry, which was the Wolfman's.
It made total sense. It made total sense.
Yeah. So I always thought Larry was just one of those names just threw out there, but there's some thought put into it.
I think that night that when he passed away and he came out to the pay-per-view, he had that sewn into his jacket, Larry's father.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I always thought it was interesting they didn't have kids of their own. Their dog parents.
Larry was their child.
Well, in a way, I can't blame people like them because they travel a lot.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, like John Cena, he doesn't want to have kids because he's always traveling. His wife's always traveling.
Yeah.
You know, there's people out there that are not like the old school guys who did it and missed all the stuff with their kids.
Yeah. One last quick topic here. We talked about this for the show. There's been speculation about Jordan Grace and was Ilya Dragunov? Possibly leaving WWE, but didn't Jordan Grace just sign a contract?
She signed a 5-year contract a few months ago.
Yeah, but they're being underutilized, which is what status quo for WWE.
But what if she pulls the salary card? If she pulls the salary card and says she doesn't want to work for less money, then they're going to release her from the contract.
No.
Dragunov, I don't know why they're not utilizing him. He came back. He was so strong.
They don't use her at all.
I mean, she was a beast in the women division. And
and they waited for years to get her, and they finally do. They don't do anything with her.
They should book her with a birthday cake.
Couple of them, Mark.
A cupcake.
Three of them.
I'd rather see her on OnlyFans than in WWE.
Well, I mean, they got all this talent, and they're misusing it. We got Sami Zayn, but we don't have Jordan Grace.
Don't get me started about Sammy.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Jordan Grace in the ring than Sami Zayn.
Yeah, me too. But he must have 8x10 glossies of somebody in the company because it just doesn't make sense why they're pushing him so much. He's not that good. He's entertaining from a microphone standpoint, but not in the ring. I mean, he's not
a world heavyweight.
He's average. Yeah.
I said
he's
it
not
before.
A main eventer.
No.
He was more famous under the mask than he is out of the mask.
For me, his biggest moments when he was doing well with the Bloodline.
Yeah.
That was gold.
That was gold. Yes.
You're not Usi tonight. That was classic.
He wasn't feeling very Usi. And they were all laughing in the ring.
And Roman almost broke. Roman fought not to break. Yeah.
That's a classic.
That's his niche. In ring, he's okay. not a superstar. He's okay. He's decent.
Yeah, Sammy was a token guy in that group.
Yeah, he's not a main eventer.
He was comic relief.
Mid card guy.
But he's hilarious when he wants.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now is Kevin Owens come back in? There rumors he's going to be coming back.
I have a feeling he's coming back this weekend.
Yeah, they're saying there's rumors he should come out this weekend.
Okay. Now he's
either
injured,
him and
right?
Drew. Yeah, he had surgery, I believe.
Okay.
I can't remember. I remember he hurt himself. I forgot what he hurt.
And I know
His
Drew
neck.
was out filming the
His
movie.
neck.
Okay.
Yeah, his neck.
right.
And I believe Drew was done with the movie, so it's going to be either Drew McIntyre.
But I heard Drew was working on 2 movies, so I don't know
or
if
Kevin
Drew's done or
Owens.
not.
I'm saying Kevin Owens. I'm going to go with Kevin Owens.
That seems more
And
logical.
then I'm also hearing rumors that we could see Cody going heel this weekend.
Yeah.
How many weeks have we been saying this?
We've been saying that.
Well, it's about time it
Months
does,
now.
Mark. You know.
But
It was
doesn't
about
Sami-
time 6 months ago.
I know.
Doesn't Sami Zayn have a match this weekend? Doesn't Sami
With
Zayn
Finn
have a
Balor.
match this weekend?
Him and Finn Balor for the #1 contendership.
I think Kevin Owens is going to get involved in that match.
So what you got? You talk about Cody turning heel. What's this thing with him and CM Punk kind of feuding a little bit? You got CM Punk got threw the belt back and
He threw
Cody
the belt.
in
It was
face
so
with
fake how they did it. It was so.
Yeah, you could see it was by accident, and they played on it.
Yeah.
It was a stupid thing to have this feud about. It's just dumb.
Because you seen
Yeah.
Cody go like this, he was like WTF, and then he was like,
Yeah.
"You hit me with the belt."
Hollywood
like,
Riders. Hollywood
That's
Riders.
so fake.
They're the best, aren't they?
Another thing I can't stand is they're using AI writing.
Yeah.
AI
AI's
writing.
everywhere. Everywhere.
That's the Hollywood superstar people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, that's all I got, guys.
they
Anything else?
brought Ryan Garcia, the boxer, into the ring Monday night.
Yeah.
Joe Henry and Danhausen with that thing was a waste of time. That was the biggest. If you had to take a dump, that was the time to do it.
Joe Henry has not impressed me at all.
It was the most horrible segment in Raw history.
He came out with a good song in TNA, and that's what brought him about. But I don't think he has any ring talent. I really don't.
Well, I think they destroyed him in the ring with was it Randy Orton that destroyed him in the ring?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
He just wasn't the same. They just I don't know why they did that. This doesn't make any sense.
It's like the new thing. You know, the new thing when it doesn't last long, like the Yeet thing, it went away for a while.
He was TNA World Champion the week before. He comes in and gets destroyed by Randy Orton. It just doesn't make any sense.
And Santana in the NXT now is Cruz Montana.
Oh my God.
And I found out why. I found out why though.
Because his son, his dad,
his father,
he would watch this movie, and there was a character, Cruz in Montana.
Yeah,
talking about getting out of the bad situation they were in, and so he just took the name Cruz Montana because that was a movie that his dad introduced him to.
And they want to trademark that name.
Oh, that WWE's already got it trademarked.
Oh, I thought they were going to trademark it. Okay.
Don't forget to join Double Drop Kick on Saturday at a special time, 4 p.m.
Should be a great show.
Yeah.
Luke Bradley, the Lego wrestling belt maker.
I'm looking forward to it.
Do not miss that show.
Mm-hmm.
I may not catch it live, but I'm definitely gonna watch it when I get back home. But
like
Saturdays
Andy said, WWE this weekend's gotta make it up to me. If not, they need to go back to one night, not 2 nights in a row.
Yeah, I agree. This could be the last time they do 2 days for SummerSlam if it's garbage.
Even my wife has noticed I haven't been glued to the TV when WWE's on. I'm more glued to the TV for NXT than I am for SmackDown or Raw.
I love NXT.
Yeah. Well, Damon, thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate your story and your.
Oh,
you cut out.
I hope you get that taken care of, Damon. There you are.
Keep us updated on that belt. Yeah, you cut out.
Oh yeah,
you cut out. Yeah, keep us updated on that belt situation with GCB.
We're storming in this part of Florida, so that's probably why.
Okay.
Send it down this way.
Yeah, we can use it in Oklahoma. We're in a heat wave.
Well, you're gonna get it. Trust me.
Yeah, we need it. We need it. That's for sure.
But thank you for joining us tonight, sharing your story. Keep us updated on that. We'd like to let everybody know how that turns out. So.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching the show. We appreciate it.
All right.
You have a good night. Take care.
See y'all later.
All right, man.
All right. Damon Tynes. All right. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it needs to go back to if they're doing what they're doing now. Yeah.
I think bombs this weekend. I guarantee they're not going to be 2 nights next year.
I mean, they're even I forgot to mention this earlier, but they're even working on a scenario because of what's going on overseas that they might change WrestleMania 43.
Yeah, is it still going to be in Vegas or is it going to be in Saudi Arabia?
No, the one in Saudi Arabia they're looking to change.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because of safety issues.
So they're talking about, I think it was Miami or New Orleans.
Okay.
I think it should be New Orleans deserves it after what they did to them.
Yeah, that was
terrible. That was bad.
Well, we're at the end of our 2 hours, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It was a great show tonight.
Yeah, sure was.
Thank you for your feedback, your comments, your input.
Thanks for voting.
We love you too, Kev. Appreciate it.
Love you, man.
Dub Drop Kick Saturday night. Don't miss it.
I'll be there.
On behalf of Richard, Andy, and Ben, who will be back. I'll guarantee you that. I'm working on that. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Good night, everybody.